Beardos, weirdos, boils and ghouls, 'tis I, Beardo. This is Geeks Been At It again. We have a voodoo doll, Freddy Krueger, complete with knife fingers, and a removable hat. And this guy keeps inviting me round for food. Don't know why. And in case you missed it on the live stream, we also have Regan from The Exorcist. I'm going to have to mount all these somewhere. I recently had a comment that said, hey, you can't claim that you're not a bully when you keep calling Lee a tit. You keep calling him fat, you call his wife fat. I've called him a slob because he just lays about all day. I've never ever, certainly never, ever said anything about his wife's weight. The only thing I've ever said about his wife, in fact, is she just sleeps. That's all she does. The only joke I've ever made really at Stacey's expense that involved her directly was I zoomed in on my hand, pretended it was her foot with Help Me Beardo written on it. That was it. And the comment was like, you know, if you want to be taken seriously as a debunker, then maybe ignore the comedy and just factual debunks. I don't care if people take me seriously. I want this to be fun, you know? So if I want to call him a tit, I'm going to call him a tit. But I do appreciate your comment, and I do appreciate your input. You know, you can disagree with me and air your concerns very polite like that person did. I really respect it, and I really appreciate it, but I can't change. I can't do it. I've tried to be nice in the past, and the videos are boring, and I'm sat here like, this is where the mask is. Ooh, look, zoom in. Meh. But I'm going to be a bit nicer in this video. I'll try. So Lee is doing 10 times ghosts attacked me in my haunted house, and then he's got the most real evidence to prove my haunting is real, and basically he's doing top 10s of his own footage. So I am going to see if I can debunk 10 times ghosts attacked me in my haunted house. I bet they didn't. I bet it was just you tit. See, I can't be nice. I tried. I really did try. I already know this clip, because for those of you that saw My House is Really Haunted, I think it was episode 1. I've only done 2. The third one is still in editing. I did this exact trick. Now, Lee doesn't even have to use masking. He could well just have Stacey or one of the kids on the floor shaking that cabinet just out of sight. I did the exact same thing. The only difference is I actually had an orb swirling around at the same time that I overlaid. I'm probably going to need my headphones, right? Now, this is Quilt. Look how puffy that looks there. Look how puffy that looks. There's his shoulders. His belly's pointing outwards towards the radiator. Now, I'm not commenting on his weight. I'm not calling him fat. Me and Lee are probably around the same size. But the widest part of him, his shoulders, are outside of the quilt. The belly would be facing away from the quilt, or the duvet, or whatever you call them in America. Why is this so puffy in this area? It's almost like something's gonna hit him. How bulky? Natalie Worrell, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate you. I bet that's going to catch you off guard when you watch the next video. He's padded that quilt out knowing that chair's coming at him. There's literally somebody just stood in the room. He's probably got a person down there that's just been doing that, and then somebody else stood this side to throw the gaming chair. Now, these gaming chairs are not heavy. Most of this is full of, there's like an MDF frame, and it's full of polystyrene and all the rest. They're not very well made, these racing chairs, and they kill my back and my bum. Now, you're sleeping in your bed, and something hits you in the back. Do you, and roll over really slow, or do you, fucking hell, there's a change in the paper! You know? Yep, just take your time. Make sure whatever all that padding is there doesn't fall out. Number 9. Have I seen this one? Is this where she gets pulled out of bed? Go on. It's going to be... Around here, just before, there was just something caught my eye. There's a glint. Now, to see that glint, you're going to have to watch it yourself. Get right up close to your monitor. Your TV, you're probably going to want to be about 3 to 4 foot away. And just above, you've got this sort of ponytail area here. Just above there, there's a glint for a second, and it's still there, look. There he was. There. Number 8. We're 2 for 2 here. Now, isn't it amazing that that noise is the same volume everywhere in his house? That's because it is overlaid. If you're wondering what I'm on about, go check out my last really haunted video. I go into a bit more depth. I actually overlay sounds from his house in mine. Also, check out My House is Really Haunted, where you hear somebody coming down the stairs. And literally, I recorded Mrs. Geek walking down the stairs, and then I re-record just the stairs with nothing there, and then me freaking out with the footsteps walking towards me. Played the two videos at the same time, just took the image out of the video of Mrs. Geek walking down the stairs. He laughed. You heard him like slowly saunter across his room, throw himself into that nice soft chair. That's not the gaming chair that hit him, that was a lot lighter. That's like a leather office chair. He lands on that, and you hear, oh, fuck. He's laughing. And he's laughing all the way to the bank. Now, you could argue that that's him wincing in pain or whatever. Now, can I debunk this 100%? No. But common sense here. Let's apply some common sense. Did a demonic entity shove him across his bedroom, or did he run backwards and lob himself at the wall? Because he's got form for it. Okay, you want proof that he overlays his sounds? There it is. He's getting close to that attic trap that he says that noise is coming from, places his hand on it, the noise doesn't muffle when his hand is on there. It also doesn't get any louder the closer the camera gets to it. That's how microphones work, dynamic range.
I don't think ladders are about...
No, you don't think. This is the same clip, I'm just skipping parts of it. So Lee can't copyright claim me, can you, Lee? You're welcome. Saves you the bother. Okay, so he's going to stick his head up in the attic. Something just caught my eye. He says, I don't think we're going to see much if I'm honest. Now, I thought I saw somebody moving up there. It may just be the light of his camera. Or the IR light. Right, I was wrong. I think it's just his hand. So he's balancing on a chair. He's got the camera in this hand. Possibly his hand. I don't think that's anyone up there. Right, I've skipped him praying because quite frankly it is an insult to anyone that is religious. I'm not religious, I keep saying, but I respect religion, and this guy getting his prayers wrong.
Like a weird rumbling going on.
That's tapping. Now, that tapping is exactly this. That's exactly what it sounds like. That's something hitting the microphone. He's recorded that noise himself and overlaid it. And he's probably just kicked the chair from under him. Again, I can't prove it because nothing's on camera, which is another way the fakers hide everything. That entire thing was overlaid. The noise of him falling, the chair going over, him being in pain at the bottom, that was all overlaid. Do you know why I know it was all overlaid? That camera was moving when apparently he's at the bottom of the attic trap on the floor of the landing. Ow, ow. The camera's moving to be all spooky wooky and all the rest of it. Yet we've just heard noises of somebody grabbing that camera and then repositioning it. But the camera was stationary. Watch it again. That's somebody moving the camera. Those noises are the noise of the microphone being moved on the camera. But that camera is still. Oh, we've all seen this one. He takes another dive with his overlaid stick figure. Here we go. He's going to touch the ghost junk again. You pervert. Don't forget the... this flickering white light is a dead pixel. What is cutting in and out because the mask has broke it. I missed this for so many months. I even reacted to this video and missed that. It's stationary the rest of the time, but when these stick figures turn up. Anyway, this is when he gets hit over by a ghost. It's hilarious.
Strange smell or something.
I must not take the piss. I must not take the piss. I must not take... It's your breath. Your nose is too close to your mouth when you're speaking all that shit.
Yeah, I'm going to get
Go on,
it.
ghost. You are going to get it. Again, that was such a slow fall. There was not a big bang of a large man hitting wood floor. There's something down there for him to land on. Right, this one, the dead pixel's obviously moving. There is no stick figure this side. So that pixel doesn't flash in and out. Why is that, Lee? Crazy, right? No. He has also undone his own narrative there, because when these ghosts turn up in front of the SLS, they leave a stick figure. He was in borderline the same position, but this time a stick figure attacked from his right, pushing him to his left. Stick figure didn't show up. In the very next clip that he shows, he has undone his own narrative. And I do think that this is done on purpose. The ironing board or the pool table, whatever that is, across that strip of window to make an inverted cross. Oh, this is a good one. Now, I saw the Shape debunk this months and months and months ago. Lee walks out of this bedroom because he hears something, and he knocks this door frame. And then the attic trap falls on him. That knock was a sign to whoever's hanging out of the attic to drop the thing on his head. Here he comes, wait for the knock. Knock one. Knock. Now, there is also a problem with that attic trap hitting him on the head, and the Shape pointed this out as well. And he's just disproved that this can physically happen. You see, his attic trap is a frame. This is the frame. This is how the trap sits. For this trap to fall, you have to push it up from the bottom, turn it, diagonally, slide through. Then you would have to lay it flat and then drop it, because it hits him flat on the head. This is an empty hip flask. It is now. So somebody's clearly in the attic with their arms through there, holding that until he comes through, gives the little knock, and then drop. The reason it's hit him flat on the head and not edged down is if it hit him edged down, that would do some damage to him. The widest part of him in the top of the head, less chance of it doing any real damage. It is physically impossible for that trap to have lifted and dropped the way that this has just been portrayed. Somebody's up in that attic, hovering it for him. Or a ghost that somehow managed to lift it really quick, turn it, drop it inside, and then left go in the space of him opening that door and coming out. But he would have seen the attic trap being, what, half a foot lower than what his ceiling is? You've undone yourself again there, Lee. Shape, that was a great debunk by you. I'm not taking credit for that. That was all the Shape's work. Go and support the Shape.
Forward, show yourself, stop being a coward.
This big scary demon attacks him by throwing him at the softest thing in the house. The sofa. Now, Parple actually has debunked this one. The ghost comes out, pushes him over. This is an overlay. This is just Lee acting like an idiot. He gets up and he's got a load of scratches down his neck. But in the next video, the very next day that he puts up, no scratches. Nothing. Nada. There we go. Look at these deep, horrible, nasty scratches. I bet they hurt, Lee. I bet they hurt. Unfortunately, these scratches are dry blood. These are dried. They're almost brown because dry blood darkens. He also has a cat. So I imagine what's happened is he's gone to pick his cat up. His cat has gone, "Oi, I don't believe in your ghost." That's my impression of a cat. Scratched the shit out of him, then he's gone, Stacey, I'm going to throw myself a sofa and pretend the demon done it.
That is so.
It's not so. It's not new. It's not fresh. There's no red raised areas. Look how deep this one is, and there's no raised area yet. These that you've just rubbed because you couldn't remember where your own scabs were are red. This one down here, not. These two across here, no. This is an old wound that you have just tried to pass off as a demonic entity attacking you. And apart from that, I'm sure there's a video around there somewhere of you actually saying that the demon didn't push you over there because you got rumbled and had to come clean.
Oh, that one looks. You get 3 scratches.
3? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 scratches, actually, Lee. 2 different programs running at the same time. I think this is the one where she gets pulled out of bed. Ha, 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 staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive. Hey, he's going for it. Go on, lad. Give us some welly. Get your coat, love. You've pulled. I'm not even sorry. That joke was awful. Obviously, we can't see the bottom of the bed. Lee is a big guy. It'd be quite easy for him to pull her out of bed. This isn't the one I've seen before. The one I saw with her getting pulled out of bed, there were no stick figures, so it's obviously been done twice. And the story I've heard is the second one, without the stick figure, she really hurt her back, like legitimately hurt herself doing it. Never been done since. If this demonic entity was trying to attack you in your haunted house, why hasn't it done the same thing again, trying to finish you guys off? Why can't it pull Lee out of the bed? Now, Parple also recreated this even better, because his feet were in shot, everything. And Mrs. Parple, the homing pigeon, she's a very, very, very small woman. Like, literally. She could sneak into a school and nobody would question her. She's tiny. She's a very small woman. Managed to yank Parple. They used like a green bathrobe cord. Give him a yank. That's right, Parple's missus pulled him off on camera, and we all saw it, and we all enjoyed it, and we all laughed. So he's recreated that. And he did it better because his full body was in shot. You couldn't see what pulled him. There was not even a mask slip, right? And I think this is the one I've seen. Ooh, spooky shadow. Again, we've seen this recreated by Parple, but better. The feet were in shot, etc. Now, Lee is in the bed. I don't think they've masked this, but you have to take into account that Lee's daughter is not a child. She's a fully grown adult. So, guys, there you have it. Lee's top 10 times a ghost attacked me in my own haunted house. And they've all been debunked, either by me or by other debunkers, namely the Shape and Parple. There you go. For all you people that are going to come into the comments going, oh, Lee is real. No, he's not. Not at all. None of it. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. Every time Lee puts out one of these top 10s, I'm going to do a quick fire. Let's debunk it 10 times. Now, if other people have debunked it, I'm not going to claim that as my own. I will do the right thing and I will say, hey, Parple has already done that, even though he doesn't have the videos live anymore. The Shape has done that, etc. Now, I'm not going to link the actual videos in because I can't find them. But go and check out the Shape's content. He's got a few really haunted videos. You will see that attic debunk there. Much love to you all. Watch the ghost doesn't pull you off when you're sleeping. Beardo out.